Hey restaurant pros, does the thought of weekly inventory to properly calculate your food costs send shivers down your spine? Can you hear your managers now? Inventory takes 4 hours. Well, guess what? If your inventory is set up properly, a restaurant that does $2 million in sales or less should absolutely be able to complete their food inventory in under an hour on a weekly basis. But what I want to talk to you about is what the surprising impact of not doing inventory has on restaurant food costs and the cash you need to pay your bills. I'm going to share that with you in just a moment. I'm David Scott Peters, restaurant expert, coach, and creator of the Restaurant Prosperity Formula. I've been coaching restaurant owners since 2003, and I'm really glad you're here to learn. Today, I want to talk about the surprising impact of not doing inventory has on your food costs and cash flow. But before I go into that, if you like tips and tricks like this, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and oh yeah, that bell so you're notified when my next video tip comes out. And for more tips and tricks for running a profitable restaurant or to hear restaurant owner success stories, make sure you tune into my podcast, Restaurant Prosperity Formula, found on all the popular podcasting services. For the purposes of this video, I'm not going to talk about how to set up shelf-to-sheet inventory, right? That's a big system. Rather, I'm going to talk about what the unintended consequences are of you avoiding taking food inventory. And I get it. Oh my God, it takes forever. I can hear your management team whining and you not having numbers and flying blind and wonder why your food cost is high. Well, let's talk about some of the reasons when you don't take inventory, what those unintended consequences are. Nothing's precious. That means you're buying so much product to fill your shelves because you don't want to run out of anything. You've got so much product on the shelves that when your cooks are making something, prepping a sauce, let's just say ranch dressing, and you've got your mix and you got your mayo and you're kind of scraping out the mayo and throwing it in there to make your recipe of this ranch dressing. But instead of scraping all the mayo off in that jar, which is usable product, your money, they just generally take what they can out of it and throw it away, the jar with mayo, usable product in there. See, because they look over their shoulder and there's cases upon cases of inventory. You make so much money, it doesn't matter. There's always more. Hey, when you've got too much product, when you're not taking inventory, when you're not paying attention, you've got people stealing. So when the product disappears from your shelves for whatever reason, someone's 5-finger discount, your food cost goes high. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that you're not counting and they know it. Misplaced items, meaning you're in the middle of a lunch rush and you've got your special sandwich, a specialty sandwich that has your incredible secret sauce on it. Well, somebody runs into the walk-in to look for the secret sauce, and because you have so much product on, because you don't count things, because it's not organized, all of a sudden they walk out and go, we don't have it anymore, and you 86 your number one selling item. Later, after the lunch rush is over and your chef or kitchen manager walks out there and goes, it's right here. It was behind the shredded lettuce and behind the carrots and behind the. Well, all of a sudden, you've got missed opportunities because people can't find what's necessary. When you don't take inventory, odds are you're not cleaning and organizing your walk-in. It's dirty, it's messy. You've got that terrible, I don't know what it is, that meat dangly stuff, whatever goes on those metro racks. I don't know where the hell that comes from. And then all of a sudden you're gonna have higher labor costs because finally somebody gets sick and tired of this messy walk-in and we have to bring in the extra labor to empty it out, scrub it down, scrub all the racks, put them back in, reorganize the walk-in. All of a sudden you're losing money. Why? Because you don't take inventory on a weekly basis. Take that same exact description of what I just talked about in your walk-in, you've got lower health scores. By not paying attention to your inventory, by not looking at it and counting it and making sure everything's fresh, organized, making sure that we've got product as far as health department says, that we're not putting raw chicken above anything else. Well, the truth of the matter is you're gonna have lower health scores, which means lower sales because nowadays it's on the internet, it's on the news, what your health scores are. And last but not least, slower inventory turns. When you're not paying attention to your product, you're gonna have inventory creep. You're just gonna keep adding and adding more money on the shelves. And the last time I checked, when you overorder, when you have too much on your shelves and you don't have money in the bank account to pay your bills, the last time I checked, you can't go to the power company with a case of steaks and go, thud, we're even. They want money. So think about it this way. When you take food inventory for value on a weekly basis to know your cost, your food cost, your costs will go down. Your inventory levels will go down because you're paying attention. Your walk-in will be clean and organized because you have a system, a process, a way to make sure that that inventory can be done in under an hour, which is organized and clean. Your health scores will be higher and your guests will be happy because you're not running out of product. It's time to ditch the excuses and move towards signing up for a food and beverage management software solution and make weekly inventory a part of your weekly management non-negotiables. If you're tired of not being able to leave your restaurant because no one else knows how to run it, I want to make sure you know it doesn't have to be that way. You can leave your restaurant. It is possible to build a team of people who know how you want the restaurant to run with trained and responsible people in place. You can give yourself time away. What would you do if you had time away from your restaurant? Would you sleep better? Would your relationships improve? Would you feel more relaxed? These are all things you deserve to experience as a business owner. It's why we own our own businesses. If you would like to learn how to own a restaurant that doesn't depend on you to be successful, click the link in the description to watch a free video to learn exactly what you have to do. Also, be sure to subscribe to get my weekly tips and watch these 2 videos to get more information and guidance for running a successful restaurant.